Hey, a few words about code quality. We know that it's important. The code must be of high quality. In order to achieve that, we have many instruments and tools. We write unit tests, we have static analyzers, we have style checkers, we have dynamic analyzers, we have coverage control tools, all the different instruments which will take a look at the code, run it or without running it, and it will tell you that this line is wrong, that line is wrong, this file is broken, that file is broken, fix it. But I believe that now the business misses the very important point that the bad code is made by bad programmers. I'm putting the quotes here because we cannot really call programmers bad or good. There's no clear separation like with the code. With the code, the unit test will just say your code is broken and that's it. We cannot say the same about the programmer. We cannot say this guy is broken and that guy is clean. But we have to understand that the code which is broken, usually broken, which is broken more often than the code which is not broken, probably and most likely, in my experience, most likely, is written by programmers who are broken, who make mistakes more often than programmers who don't make those mistakes. And the business right now, in general, that's what I see talking to people and working with knowing people who work with different companies. The business is focused on checking the code and checking the end result. Let's make the static analyzer better. Let's make the dynamic analyzer better. Let's fix the code. Let's find the broken code and fix there. Instead of thinking about how can we create tools which will find the people and suggest the methods to fix people. Okay, there's a team of 20 people. We see how they work. We analyze the code they write. Oh, we know that guy doesn't understand how to use static methods. Or we know that guy doesn't understand how to use Java libraries, Java dependencies properly. Or we know that guys, these three people, they don't know how to write unit tests. They don't understand the concept of unit testing. That kind of tools would be probably, should be or would be the next step in the area of code quality control. So we know how to control quality on the technical level. Let's go to the management level and control the quality at the level of people. So the tools will suggest what's wrong with which person and how to fix that. Just like I gave you the examples. But these examples I gave you just intuitively. I can probably go around the office being a manager and say, yeah, I know that these three people, they don't know unit testing. Because I was hiring them. I hired them a few months ago and I interviewed them and I see the code they write. So I have a feeling, I have the intuition that these people need to go to the training or these people need to stop writing unit tests because they have no idea how to do it. But what if we would have the tool which will tell us this, which will inform the management about this situation, and then maybe the tool can suggest the mechanisms, suggest the plan of actions, what to do with these people, how to fix them. Again, maybe this sounds a little intrusive, a little bit offensive maybe to people, fixing people, but think about this conceptually. It shouldn't offend us. We all are broken in some areas. We all misunderstand something. We all keep making mistakes, which can easily be identified. These mistakes, these typical patterns of our behavior, that we're doing something the same over and over again in the wrong way. And if such a tool would be able to detect that, that I think would help the business a lot. But companies don't, it seems to me, don't understand that. Companies don't feel like this is the area where we can do something. They just think that programmer is an untouchable resource. Programmers in general. So it's a group of programmers, 10 people, we cannot touch them, we cannot criticize them, we cannot do anything with them. We shouldn't analyze how they work. We can only analyze the end result. We can only look at the code they produce and then point out, like in this line of code there is a bug, let's fix it. But how about we take a look at who made those bugs and analyze the behavior of people somehow. I'm not saying connecting sensors to their bodies and listening to their brains, even though maybe in the future it's also possible. But we see how they code, we see how they push the commits to the repositories. We see these behavioral scenarios and patterns. So maybe we can be a little bit less tolerant, a little bit less sensitive to people and say, you know guys, starting next month, there will be a robot, there will be a tool which will analyze what's going on in your team, and the tool will suggest who will get the next ticket to the training course. You know, I'm just trying to see the future And I believe that this should be, I'm addressing my speech to business owners, to people who decide how to, in general, in companies, how to, in general, to improve the quality of code. So maybe you guys can think about looking at these kind of tools. Enough with the static analyzers, enough with the unit testing. Because we have so powerful instruments there and have zero instruments there. We care so much about not touching people, and we step so much on the code that these people create. But maybe the problem is much bigger inside the human resource. Think about it. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.